Hello and welcome to Individual Soul, the podcast. It's me, Brendan, and on today's episode, episode 9, the topic I will be talking to you about is men can cry. And why I want to talk about this topic is because last week, our, our family dog sadly passed away, Charlie. Also known as Senor Charlie, and it hasn't even been a week, and you can say I'm quite shocked still and quite sad about the situation, even just talking about it. So I wanted to dedicate this episode for him, and I just wanted to say that I am truly and honestly grateful to have shared my life with him. And, sitting here with my grief and just reflecting about the whole the whole life that he lived has only just made me feel even more grateful to have spent that time with him. And, as weird as it sounds, he was just a dog. He was just a pet. But to everybody within my family, he was more than just a pet. He was, to me, he was like a brother to me. So I just want to dedicate this episode to him and just put it out there that we all truly miss you, Charlie. So enough of that. Let's get into today's episode. Men can cry. I have been thinking about this episode for quite a while, but I didn't know how I should go about it. And as you can tell, because I've been in a miserable and upset state for a few days now, I thought, what better way or what better time would it be for me to actually talk about it now? So I always thought that the stereotype that boys can't cry was quite weird, but I do know that the gender norms right now are evolving and that it is becoming more prevalent for men to express their emotions and their feelings. And I just want to yell out, the reason why I'm doing this episode is because I want to yell out to all the boys and all the men listening to this and let you know that it is okay to cry. It is a normal emotion. Just express it. Don't be scared to. All right. So, I want to talk about 3 different reasons why it is good to cry. And I'm hoping people don't go away now because this isn't just for men, it's for everybody. The 3 reasons as to why it's good to cry. So, the first one being emotional release. It's a great way to release your emotions, to cry, of course, because whether it be your sadness, your frustration, or your joy, it's a gateway to express those emotions, those different emotions. And thinking about it, an example I could give you is whenever I'm in quite an emotional state, sometimes I can get really frustrated and angry. And instead of me getting frustrated and angry and saying the wrong things within that time about the situation, sometimes it's okay just to let your emotions take in and just let them out. And then depending on the situation, whether you be with your family, your friends, or your partner, they can see you in that vulnerable state and quite understand you and say, you know what, like I understand. I'm here for you and let's talk about this situation. So emotional release, very important. Number 2, it is a huge stress relief. And I did some research and I actually found something on this. So crying can release a built up tension and emotions. And I think we all know this through crying. It can release emotional stress, and you feel quite relaxed after it, weirdly enough. And this is the one thing that I had no idea about. Tears contain stress hormones and toxins, meaning that by crying, you're removing the substances from your body. And we all know this. Oh, well, we don't all know this, but when I found this out, I thought about it and I was like, oh, no wonder why after I cry, I don't feel like there's all this tension built up or I have a headache. I feel quite at ease at the situation and feel like a bit of a relief, emotional relief. So now the third one is self-reflection. And this is something I'm doing right at the moment after the passing of Charlie. So by crying, it allows you to feel vulnerable. Something that I know a lot of people don't like to feel. People want to make sure that they're strong and they don't show their vulnerability. But during the time that you cry, it allows you to open your mind on whatever situation that you're sad about or happy or frustrated about. And by opening your mind, you start to process the situation in a different way. Instead of acting out or being really, what's the word? You're not in control of the situation. You can really sit down and understand the thoughts that are going through your mind and really take the situation at hand and process it properly, not irrational. So they are the 3 different reasons why it is good to cry. And to wrap up this episode, I just want to say thank you to everybody watching, listening to my episodes. It means the world. I truly appreciate it. And I'm hoping to get up to 100 episodes. And I just want to end the episode with this. Go hug your pets and tell them that you love them and you dearly, dearly adore them. Because once they're gone, you're never going to get that time with them or tell them that again. So keep that in mind. I love you all and I hope you have a great week. Bye.